Alright folks, so it is later in the evening. Put both of my subs in the fridge inside of the Firehouse bag because they give you a humongous bag. We're gonna break them out. Here's that Jimmy Johns, man. This thing was super good. Oh my God, I couldn't believe how good it was. So we're gonna do a side-by-side comparison of the two. I got family stuff going on, so I may get interrupted there in some of this video, but look at there. Look at that hunk of meat in there. This one by far has the biggest hunk of meat. All of that is meat right there. A whole big pinch of it. And that is the Jimmy Johns. And hold on. Because we got the Firehouse. And it comes in its own container. Now, it fails in comparison compared to that Jimmy Johns, but it's not supposed to be their giant size. It's just their Italian sub, and that's not bad for just 3 meats on there. Speaking of their meats, that's a piece of their ham. That is just, no, I'm sorry. That is a piece of their pepperoni. Look how thick that pepperoni is. Wow. Their meats are the thickest. Let me see if I can find some of that ham. There you go. Check out that ham. That is honey ham. That's the Firehouse up. That meat is thick on that sandwich. None of that stuff that's, sliced real thin and piled high to make it look like a lot of meat. None of that. None of that stuff like you get at Jersey Mike's. That's an illusion. I ain't saying Jersey Mike's ain't good now. It's good in its own way, but that's an illusion. It don't have nowhere near as meat as it looks like it has. Jimmy Johns. Let's see if we can get some of their meat. That is their salami. I mean, it's kind of on the thin side, but still thicker than Jersey Mike's. That's a piece of roast beef. Let's see. That is a piece of ham. Now, it's thick enough where it does not fold in on itself. And this is the Jimmy Johns. Good, decent piece of ham. It's not floppy disking all over the place where it will fold in on itself. This gargantuan is a good sandwich. I think the Firehouse has the thickest meats out of all of them. Definitely some thick pepperoni and salami. And you've already seen the ham, the honey ham. That honey ham is important for this sandwich. I don't know. That is absolutely the thickest meat sub I've ever had. Thicker than all the rest. I'm talking about the Jimmy Johns. That's just because it's all piled up. 5 different meats or something like that. On this here gargantuan. It's going to be a toss-up between these two. I don't know, that's getting pretty thick. One second. Alright, I'm back. So, just finishing up this here gargantuan. And now the Firehouse Italian. That thing is good. Between the two, the flavors are night and day different. Let me reflect on it so I can put it all into words, and I will get back with you in just a second. Alright, so my final thoughts on Jimmy Johns versus Firehouse Subs is this right here. The sandwiches are so different from one another, it's like eating two entirely separate meals. That is the difference between the two. So comparing one to the other, claiming an absolute best is not doable in this situation. The experience from both were terrific. Each was good in its own individual way, and I think that is a good thing. I wouldn't want out of any of the 4 sub sandwich restaurants that I've tried so far, out of the 4 chains I've tried so far, I wouldn't want to claim an absolute best of all of them. I think that is very narrow thinking right there. I like variety. I like to, be able to have choices. Not everyone's going to agree on whatever your best is versus whatever I think my best would be anyway. So I think having all these options and choices is very important. Each one of these restaurants, from what I have seen so far, the menu is so vast. Like from their hot subs, their cold subs, how they prepare them, if you want them toasted, like an Italian sub, when you toast it or heat it up, it changes the dynamics of that sandwich and the flavors of it, the flavor profile of it, in such a way that it almost becomes a different sandwich altogether. Don't believe me, go to Subway, order a BMT and have half of it, eat it cold, and then have them toast and heat up the other half. Oh yeah, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's the same sandwich, but it's 2 entirely different experiences. And that's what you get with each one of these restaurants. They have done a very good job of keeping their flavors and stuff separate from what you would experience at one or the other. So my take on it is both of them are 2 top-notch sub restaurants. Now, of course, you can lean toward or favor one over the other, and right now I'm favoring both of these. They were very good experience eating at both of these sub restaurants. I do have some more coming up going into next week. I've discovered about maybe 3 or 4 more sub options that I may get to try out. We will see how that goes going into next week. But that is all I have, for my final thoughts on the comparison of Firehouse and Jimmy Johns subs, the ones that I tried out within this video. Alright folks, that's all I got for this one. Until the next one, y'all have a good one.